All right, everybody. I know for some reason a lot of people have been waiting for this video. The distressing images 4, the most distressing images 4. So we're just gonna get right into it. If you don't know what this video series is about, basically I just go on a Reddit page called r/distressingmemes, and I talk about a bunch of images that are on there, and that's really it. These videos aren't scripted, but I do edit a lot, so it's not like it's gonna be super rambly or anything. Alright, hope you enjoy this video. Follow my social media, let's go. You are immortal, and you are the last person on Earth. You watch as after 5 billion years the sun starts to expand. You're hoping that when it engulfs you, that you can finally see your family again. You know, honestly, I've thought about this, the whole do you want to be immortal or not? It's a mixed bag, okay? Because it's more, I think the question is more, if I'm immortal, what can I do? Right? Because if you're like immortal and you got like powers and you can make a little pocket dimension and just recreate your entire life in there, then it wouldn't matter if the universe got deleted or the sun exploded and there was nothing left and you were still alive, because you could just make your own place. But if all you are is a regular person that just happens to not be able to die, that would probably kind of suck, because space is so big, it would take you forever to float somewhere else by yourself, so you'd have to be all smart and build a ship, and I don't know. Maybe if you're a super genius, it would be really fun though, because you could have an infinite pursuit of knowledge for eternity, which would kind of be awesome. But anyway, if this person's invincible though, that sun blowing up is not doing anything, so good luck. Sun also wouldn't blow up Goku, probably. I don't actually know. Go debate in the comments. I actually don't know. It was a bad idea to go out into the wilderness at night, hearing reports of people found eaten and dead. Something from ancient times is now in the modern world of man, a reptilian beast of monstrous sizes. It's kind of like Jurassic Park a little bit, and I've thought about that scenario before, and I think it's a good scenario, a good hypothetical to bring up, when you were in school. Well, some of you are probably still in school. At the lunch table, you bring up the old hypothetical. And what if dinosaurs came back to life? What would your survival plan be? What would you do? I don't know what I would do. I'm going to be honest. I know I said it was a good hypothetical. I've never thought about this hypothetical in my life before. But I'll tell you this. It would be pretty cool at first. I mean, think about it. We would know exactly what color every single dinosaur is. We wouldn't have to just be guessing around anymore. But as far as this thing, I don't know. It doesn't look that bad. It looks kind of nice. Looks like he's kind of smiling, he's got his mouth open. Maybe he's just saying hi to everybody. How do you know? We can't just hate on everybody. We gotta be lovers, not haters. Remember that, guys. Remember that. You will be tortured for your crimes. But once you saw the torture device, you begin to smile. You thought to yourself, it's just water droplets. What's the worst that could happen? Oh, well, do I got a story for you? All right, everybody, it's time for history, okay? Gears History Corner, let's do it. Alright, so the long story short is that this form of torture was created by an Italian guy. His name was Hippolytus, I think. It was more psychological than physical, right? So he saw, obviously with rocks, water can erode the rock away. So he's like, oh man, if I do this to a person, it'll like erode their head away, right? If I drip it on their head. And as far as I can tell through research, that has never happened, but the other people thought the same thing. So imagine you have water droplets dropping on your head, and you think that if you're forced to sit there long enough, that you'll get a hole in your head, even though that wouldn't happen. And actually, they tested it on Mythbusters, and they realized that the physical restraint and the psychological effect of not being able to escape from the water was much more effective than the actual water itself. So, it's kind of debatable, but I mean, this would probably be a horrible psychological experience, especially if I didn't tell you that. Now you're prepared. Now you know it's not going to make a hole in your head, okay? So you got to think about that. But anyway, yeah, there's your history. And by the way, if you want to know the specific year, I believe it started in the 15th century, which is like the 1400s. So this is kind of old. And there you go. That's the end of History Corner, guys. I hope you enjoyed History Corner. Those scientists, they brought these monsters back to life. You cower behind whatever meager shelter you have found, shivering, praying for mercy. They are looking for you. They will find you. Well, how do we know if they're bad, though? I mean, they didn't really explain any lore here. What if they're... why do I always say that? I'm always like, what if the giant monster is not that bad? But how do you know? How do you know if it's that bad? I don't know that. They kind of look like the Loch Ness Monster. No, they don't. They look like, what's that thing? A Quetzalcoatl? That big old dinosaur with the big old beak? I feel like it looks like that. And how do I know if those are that bad? Even though those were definitely giant predatory birds. Okay, maybe these are kind of bad. Well, I don't know. I mean, just gotta hide under that little bridge thing In the playground, you'll be fine. Me looking up at the gigantic cosmic beings about to erase Earth. We got too far as a civilization. We were nothing but pets for higher beings. See, I never understood this theory, and the reason I don't understand this theory of like interdimensional beings or like higher beings coming to erase us or destroy us is because what would the purpose of that be? I mean, you know, I get it, like things could just do things to do them, just they're like, hey, let's see how far these people can get and then we'll just destroy them. But I guess in my head it's like, I feel like the only reason if you were like some cosmic being you would care about destroying anything would be like if they posed a threat. So I don't know, maybe if we made some crazy horrific AI that like got so powerful that it was like transcending dimensions, then they'd destroy us or something. But I can't just see them doing that to do it, especially a bunch of them. They're all gonna waste their time doing that. They even have a concept of time. All right, we're getting too deep. I'm moving on. God, please send an angel.
I am bound to chains on my ankles that grow heavier with every step. The infinite amount of sand will be my doom, and my foolishness will be my legacy. If there is a God, please help me.
Oh, that's not that bad. That's not that bad. That's, I don't know. It's kind of bad, actually. I don't know. I can't really make a joke out of that. I thought I was going to think of something. I'm not very funny. I'm sorry, everybody. But, you know, what would you do in this situation, guys? Would you just do the old, put your fingers in your ears and just yell until they go away? I'd probably just walk out of the room. Can they follow? I mean, of course they can follow you. What kind of stupid question? But, like, if you just walk away, their only power is just, like, manipulating your mind, right? So if you just leave, what would really happen? Or if you just, like, listen to loud music and just drown them out, what would they be able to do? Oh yeah, they can affect technology. Would a record player even work? I don't know. All right, this isn't a video on how to survive the Mandela catalog. We got to move on. Wow, is this your room? It's so cool. Yeah, just make sure to close the bathroom window after midnight. It's already 12:14. Why shouldn't I? Oh man, that's maybe it's not that bad. I'd probably leave. I'm gonna be honest. I'd probably go. I don't know what that guy's capable of. Maybe he just looks scary. Maybe he's one of those all bark and no bite guys, but how do I know that? So me personally, I'm running away. I'm getting in the car. I'm driving to the airport. I'm flying to a different country, and then I'm gonna get on a rocket ship and begin the colonization of Mars. That's what I would personally do. You guys can tell me what you'd personally do in the comments below. I am really just talking about comments in this one. I'm sorry, okay? I'm sorry. No more. No more algorithm talk. All right, I'm leaving it. Who said they were gonna be human-like? Not most video games. Just being honest. A lot of alien video games. Now there probably are a lot with those like gray aliens, but there's a lot of alien games and media where they just look crazy. I don't really expect aliens that we can even be able to physically see them. They're probably gonna be some crazy nonsense. That's why they're not messing with us. What does it even matter? They don't care. They don't care about us. Well, maybe they do. I don't know. We don't care about them, apparently, because they were like, oh, aliens are real. And everyone was like, okay. So what if they're real? What does it matter? And that's a good question, because they're not doing anything to us. Maybe they just want to observe us, see what's going down. We do that to animals all the time. We'll watch animals. We'll have documentaries. You think animals craft theories like how we do about aliens? They're like, what if... Well, actually, we've already jacked them all the way up. They don't need a theory. How many animals have we driven to extinction? Never mind. POV. You received an emergency alert to evacuate your area immediately. Your heart races as you and your family hastily drive through the chaos. As you approach what should be the safest route, you see this. Well, maybe he's so big that he won't see you? I don't know it's a he. This is some monster, dude. They're probably... Why did I say he? I don't know. This monster, dude, I'm gonna tell you something right now. 57% chance scientifically that it won't see you. So I'd say just keep driving, because if you turn around, you're going further away from it. Now it's gonna have an easier chance to see you. The closer you get, the more it's gonna have to look directly down. It's not gonna see you. Children under 8 during Christmas in America. Yay, I can't wait for Santa. I love Christmas. I don't know why I did that. Children under 8 during Christmas in Eastern Europe. Was that supposed to be Krampus? European people are gonna have to... Eastern European people. The 3 of you that watch me, you're gonna have to tell me, because I don't know what this is. I thought it was Krampus at first, but it kind of just looks like a shadow man. What do you guys got going on? What are they traumatizing you with over there? Because I could easily look it up, but why would I do that when I can ask you guys and be lazy? You know what I mean? Does he just stand outside of your house and like wait on you to mess up? I really don't know what's going on here, but that does not sound very fun for Christmas. At least they got that tree decorated though, so good for them. My immediate response to walking into my room and seeing the character that I created stand right next to my computer, waving at me as if nothing is wrong. Dude, this is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. You literally have a thing that you made to be as cool as possible, and now it's real, dude, and you can have adventures with that guy, and you're worried about him being real. What has the world come to? What has it come to? Me personally, the first thing I'm doing is asking how you got out of there. I gotta know, is this like some Gravity Falls nonsense? Or is it like regular show where that, what was that guy's name? Was it the Hammer? It was in the game that Mordecai and Rigby were playing, and you know, he had the TV head, and then he beat up everybody, and it was pretty funny when he beat up Muscle Man. Anyway, that's what this makes me think of. So I don't know. I think it would be pretty cool. What do you guys think? I said I wasn't gonna ask anymore. I gotta stop asking. Sir, we've captured 20,000 Ottomans. What should we do with them? Sir? I have an idea. All right. I know we said the history corner was over, but we're bringing it back. All right, Gears history corner. Get in class. Get in line. I mean, get in your seat. Not in line. All right, who is this guy that's being represented here? So this is Vlad the Impaler, otherwise known as Vlad the Third. A lot of people know him because this is who Dracula is based off of, but they also know him for the other thing that he did, which was pretty major, and that would be when he decided he was gonna go invade the Ottoman Empire, right? And he was gonna, you know, just do a little trolling, as they say, and impale a bunch of people. He invaded. The guy that was going against him, Mehmed II, had 150,000 people, and he was like, all right, we're gonna cook. And let's just put it like this. They did not cook, okay? Here's a quote here from Wikipedia. The Sultan's army entered into the area of the impalements, which was 17 stades long. I'll get into what a stade is in a second. Now I'll put it on the screen. And 7 stades wide. There were large stakes there on which it was said about 20,000 men, women, and children had been spitted. Quite a sight for the Turks and the Sultan himself. Yes, there were also children. And fun fact, if you want to make it even worse, one thing that I heard, I didn't read it on Wikipedia, I already had heard this and learned this before, is that apparently Vlad also liked to skin the bottom of people's feet, put salt on them, and have goats lick it off. So there you go. Good job. If you want to read more, just go pick up a book or go read Wikipedia. That's okay. That's the end of History Corner. That one was worse. Hey, Dr. Graham, how's your Antarctica research going? The devil has 3 heads. What? So I think this is King Ghidorah, right, from Godzilla. That's my interpretation. Honestly, he looks cool. That's really my own. I've only watched like the old Godzilla movies. I haven't watched any new stuff. But King Ghidorah always looks cool. He's like a magical dragon, and isn't he from space, dude? That guy rocks. I don't know, I'd be kind of happy if I saw that. When you discover an unknown tape in the basement and you decide to watch it, and it's a video of yourself 10 years in the future telling you to immediately throw the tape away.
Oh, Neptune.
Okay, here's my question. Let's put a hypothetical here. You, 10 years in the future, something happens, you encounter a cursed tape, whatever, you're like, oh man, better stop myself from watching it 10 years ago, because if I wouldn't have watched this tape 10 years ago, this wouldn't have happened to me. You want to tell yourself not to watch a tape 10 years ago. You figure out how to travel back in time 10 years, but you can't figure out how to put a label on the tape that tells you not to watch it. And why would you record yourself on a tape that you don't want yourself to watch, telling you to get rid of the tape? Why would you do that? Why wouldn't you just get a separate tape if you were going to record it on a tape in the first place? Why not record it on a DVD? Why not record it digitally? Why not just write it down on a piece of paper and tape it to the front of the tape and say, don't use this, destroy it immediately? Why would you do that? Am I confused? Hours after splitting up to look for help after getting lost on a camping trip, you find yourself walking towards your friend's mutilated corpse after following his faint screams. As you go closer, you notice he is holding his camera, probably tried using it as a weapon against whatever attacked him. You take the camera from his bloodied hand and look at the last photo taken. Very beautiful scenic photo of the rake here. Hey man, I would say I get out of there, but it's the woods. I don't know how you're gonna navigate your way out of that. Not a great place to be. Maybe you could do like what they do in like movies and stuff. You could like distract it with different sounds, like throw a rock somewhere in the woods and then run the opposite direction. But yeah, man, you're in a bad predicament, buddy. After testing out your time machine and finding it to be successful, you decide to travel 200 years into the future, and to your surprise, you realize that the Earth is now devoid of life. Not a single living being. No plants, not even a single human or animal. You decide to go back in time, day by day, to find out exactly what happened. As you start by going one day back into the past, you stand still, shocked. Everything is back to normal. I mean, nuclear war, that's all I got. That's the only thing I could think. Or like some mad scientist guy actually did take over the world and he just erased everything. This could be you, but you won't give me your address. Dude, what is this, Lacey's Games, dude? Is this Denji and Makima from Chainsaw Man? What are you talking about? I just think about this. You ever see like those refrigerator pictures or those freezer pictures where it'll be like they only have one type of thing? Like it'll be full of frozen vegetables or like the same drink, or like this picture, just a bunch of meat. And I always ask myself, is this just like a household of a bunch of people that all eat the same thing? Or is this one person that's like one of those people that's on, you know, like that old show Freaky Eaters where they ate like a bunch of fries every day? Like, is that what's happening in these situations? They're just addicted to this food, so they just have like a ridiculous amount. Like, I wonder, I always ask myself that. Maybe they're selling it, honestly. Maybe they're packaging it themselves and they're selling it. That's the only other thing I can think. The skinwalker running at me, thinking he got a free meal after seeing me alone in the forest. Me realizing I get to eat 4 kidneys instead of 2 on this splendid day. Dude, this guy's getting his, I don't know what nutrients you get from a kidney, but probably iron, probably. Or is that liver? I don't know. I see the skinwalker memes have changed. It was always like, oh, you know, skinwalker, very scary. You know, there's nothing we can do. And now it seems more like skinwalkers are getting attacked. They're getting victimized. That's very interesting to me. You know all those posts about the ship of Theseus? I'll explain in a second. How they try to scare you by saying you're not you, that you're a replacement of a younger you, doomed to be replaced in turn bit by bit, cell by cell? Ignore them. While the cells of your blood, your skin, and your bones may die and be replaced, your brain, your neurons, you, in a sense, the very thing that makes you human, will never die and will never be replaced. You have always been and will always be you. And that's true, and that's positive. And I want everyone that watched this far, the 3 of you that watched this far, you're always going to be you. And you can do anything, and I'm serious about that. So if you heard this part, believe in yourself, dude. Okay, you know, 2 years ago, at this time 2 years ago, I had like 15,000 subscribers, dude. Look where I'm at now. You can do anything, I'm telling you. But also, Ship of Theseus. Can't believe it again, dude. We gotta go back into... Alright, welcome to Gears History Corner. Okay, here we go. So way back in the day, when everyone was little philosophers in ancient Greece and stuff, somebody thought it would be a great idea to form a little thought experiment based on the legend of Theseus, who is a mythical Greek founder king of Athens. I'm reading that word for word from Wikipedia. And basically, from my understanding, actually, you know what? I'll just read it. So the ship of Theseus is made by taking the old planks and putting in new identical planks, and the whole thought experiment is that ship the same as the previous ship, even though it has none of the old planks, but it's built the exact same way with the exact same type of planks. And yeah, I guess it really stumped a lot of people. And people had like resolutions. Like the main resolution is basically what was presented here, which is constitution is not identity, aka just because the material of the thing changes doesn't mean that it's not the original thing. It's a whole big deal. But anyway, there you go. Positive post, positive words from me, and a little history corner. So let's move on. Look into their soulless eyes. Behind this face, there is nothing. They are hollow. They are empty. Save yourself before it's too late. Yeah, I don't know what this means. Also, they're not real, so obviously they're hollow and empty. And honestly, guys, I don't know who most of those characters were. I guess I'm not enough of a degenerate. I know that one character was Spice from Spice and Wolf, though, so there you go. You guys gotta give me that one. I don't even know what they're trying to say. Are they trying to say AI is gonna turn us into anime girls? I don't get it. What am I getting saved from? I'm so confused. Why did I save this to talk about in this video? Me playing Talking Tom. Tom gazes at me and inquires, I want to ask a question. How does your organs feel outside your body? I almost left. Okay. Suddenly, he exits the frame. Moments later, I hear the sound of hurried footsteps echoing down the hallway. Now, I just thought this was funny, and that's really why I added it, because I thought it was really funny, because it reminded me of like old creepypasta, you know, where they'll be like playing a Pokemon game, and then the guy in the game will be like, "What do you think you're doing? Treating us like this in this game," and then they'll like come into real life and attack them. So I thought that was very funny. My dog watching me return home after going to investigate the bizarre screeching sound in the woods. My skin seems to droop and sag over my bones. My knees buckle and occasionally bend backwards, and I have an unnaturally wide smile on my face. Everything's normal here. That's all I gotta say. Everything's normal, and do not ever go into the woods and check. And that's about it. Today, I will answer the knocking at the door. Clueless. Oh man, you got turned into a wood crawler. Or something. I think that's wood crawlers, right? That's Gemini Home Entertainment. I haven't watched them forever. That would not be a good situation. I think we all know that. I just don't have anything else to say. I just thought this post was cool. And I link all the posts below so you can go like upvote it or something. Planet Earth spends years transmitting radio frequencies into deep space. After receiving and decoding an interplanetary signal, it reads, "Be quiet. They'll hear us." Well, I guess they didn't care that much because I feel like they probably would have heard it already, you know? But what can we do? I feel like there's a lot. Didn't I read a post like this in like there's only been 4 episodes including this one, but the second or first episode, I think I read like an identical post to this, I think. And I think it's a pretty cool like horror concept to think that maybe there's some dark entity out there in space looking to, you know, destroy planets, you know, Galactus or whatever. So I think that's kind of cool, but you know, so that's why I added it. Just thought it was scary. You know, some of you guys might have not heard that in the other video, so there you go. The last thing you see when you turn on the flashlight in your phone to see what that giggle was in your room. Well, what's so funny? You know what I'm talking about? I don't know what you're giggling at. Okay, it's dark in here. You can't even see anything. There was nothing comedic going on. Honestly, what if he just looks at you? Would it be worse if he attacked you or if he just looked at you and giggled and then just left? How would you feel after that? If you just knew that thing was standing in your room in the dark the whole time giggling and then just kept doing it and then just walked out? I wouldn't even know what to do. Nobody would ever believe you. That's crazy. That's crazy to think about. POV. Despite the warnings, you went to that abandoned house and you unknowingly brought it home with you. Got a new pet. And here's the thing. It's a dog. You can train it. You can have your own personal demon dog. And then anytime someone tries to do something horrible to you, they try to break in your house or whatever, you can sick the demon dog on them. Who would ever survive that? This is a great situation, dude. You got to make a positive out of a negative. I'm telling you. You've closed all the blinds in your house like the alert told you. As you go upstairs to the spare bedroom to grab something, you look to see the only window you forgot. I don't even know what this is supposed to be, dude. This looks like when you drop like a lollipop on the floor, if there's like a bunch of fuzz and hair. I don't know what this is supposed to be. It also kind of looks like a mask of, I don't know. I was gonna try to make a comparison, but I don't know what this shape would be compared to. This looks like a Muppet that went through an incinerator. I don't know what's happening, but watch out. That thing's probably capable of anything if it looks like that, dude. You've just met a girl online who has similar interests with you, seems cute, and loves her family. You decide to Google her, and an article pops up. It's for a triple starring, you guessed it, her. She poisoned her family dinner. As her family choked on their own blood, she, with a dull knife. You decide to look, close the tab, and her picture reappears. This time it's an old, horrific, distorted, smiling face. Again, gotta change it to the positive. She's magical. She's paranormal. You get with a woman like that, she's gonna be dedicated. And again, nobody could ever hurt you, dude. She's magical. Dude, she can't even be touched probably. This would always work. Today I will summon Belial. What have I done? Alright, this is the final. Okay, we made a feature-length film today. You guys are really, really lucky, okay? It's definitely not because I haven't uploaded barely at all this year, and I'm trying to make up for it now. That's not why. Anyway, okay, what is Belial? Welcome to Gears History Corner. Everyone, please get in your seats. I don't even know what I'm gonna do as the transition for Gears History Corner. I hope it's cute or something. I don't know. Belial is like a demon. Later, it's like the devil. It appears in the New Testament. There's a lot of different spellings of it. It's also in like Gnostic text, which Gnostic is like a whole different thing. It's like Jewish, Christian, really old stuff. It's a little bit complicated. I'm not going to get into it because I'm not even fully educated on it. But yeah, it's in a lot of different types of literature, especially older religious literature. It's basically just the devil. That's what Belial is. So this guy just summoned the devil, and it looks like that. Looks like a big eyebrow, an eye, and one ear. Didn't even get 2 ears. So yeah, devil kind of sucked. Couldn't even get 2 ears. All right, see you in the next one. Appreciate you guys.